Imagine saying goodbye to everything you know, your parents, your siblings, your environment, your language, going to a place where you know virtually nobody. You start a new life, and the only reason you're doing this is to make a better life for your wife and for your kids. Now imagine how proud I am to be this man's daughter. He grew up in a very small rural village in India, having no running water in his house and no electricity, and ended up at the University of Baroda. He had a great career in India and everything was going great. And then he was recruited by a US firm to come to the United States to bring his talents here. It wasn't easy. Not only was there a language barrier with my mother, my father knew English, but there was discrimination. I remember my parents telling a story about how we went to go rent our first apartment, and the landlord looked at my dad and said, "You know, we've never rented to one of you before. We're gonna have to have someone else co-sign on this lease." There were classmates of mine who would ask me, "What are you?" And the question wasn't, where are you from or where were you born, but what are you? And I would answer that I'm Indian. And I will tell you one thing that my parents very much did was instill the value of education into our lives. Education was my dad's ticket to the United States and to giving his family a better life. And now it's incumbent on me to instill that same value in my children. I have two kids, a 15-year-old and an 18-year-old. They're both Dallas ISD kids from kinder on up, and we are Dallas ISD proud. And I have no doubt that he and my daughter will instill the value of education in their kids. We're so fortunate to have an opportunity to be in the school district.